this is Shorelink's very first attempt at a musical. Now, some of you will have seen our pantomimes, so don't expect too much. We do have 3 or 4 people here who can hold a tune, and we are relying on the rest of you, please, to sing very loudly and cover up the fact that most Shorelinkers are full of enthusiasm but absolutely tone deaf. Right? Now, Nigel, our lovely pianist, assisted by his wife Jan, is about to kick us off with a medley. Please, please, please get us off to a rousing good start and join in. Okay, over to Nigel. You stay with them now. Yes,
Set fire That's Joe the Company.
Yes, I know.
Let's all go down the strand. Have a banana. Let's all go down the strand.
Actually, I should say there was a misprint on the programme. This was actually a Shorelink slog along, not a sing along.
It's all going down the strand.
Yes.
Well, probably not.
Let's all go down the strand, down the strand. Let's all go down the strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Dance with me and see what you can find. Let's all go down the strand. Oh, what a happy land. That's the place for fun and noise, all around the girls and boys. So let's all go down the strand. All the neighbours cry, who are you going to meet, Bill? Have you walked the street, Bill? Laugh, I thought I should have died, knocked them in the old Kent Road.
No, well, the rest of us are collapsed. Nigel, of course, hasn't even got time to catch his breath. Alvin will keep us in. And you sit
I'm Henry the Eighth, I am. Henry the Eighth, I am. I got married to the widow next door. She's been married 7 times before, and everyone was an Henry. Hey! Couldn't have a Willie or a Sam. No, Sam! They've got married on Henry. Second verse, the same as the first. Good. I got married to the everyone was an Henry. Have a Willie or a Sam. No, Sam! And now, just for the fellas, for the ladies, stay up with them for now. This is if you were the only girl in the world. And then afterwards you get your turn. Okay, guys, come on with this one. Alright, let's start again. If you were the only and I were the only nothing else would matter in the world today. We could go on loving in the same old way. Like all of your leaders, just leave us two. Nothing tomorrow joy. All it takes to say such wonderful things to you. They would make such wonderful things to do. You were the only girl in the world, and I were the only boy. And now, ladies, it's your turn.
So the girls can sing one?
Yes, we are.
Same one for you girls.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Sweet. The ladies want. And now Jan's going to take over.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, Jan will regale us with her Shorelink phone. Well, when Nigel finds a place.
I'm Bert. Perhaps you've heard of me, Bert. You've had word of me jogging along, hearty and strong, living on plates of fresh air. Ooh, I dress up in fashion, and when I am feeling depressed, I shave from my cuff all the whiskers and put my hat on and toddle up west. Everybody, I'm
Burlington Bertie, I rise at 10:30 and saunter along like a top.
face is so long without food, I've forgot where my face is on. Birds, I haven't a shirt, but my folks they are well off, you know. Well, I've known everybody from Steph to Lord Resbury. I'm Burlington Bertie from Burr.
Now we come to the part of the evening where you get the short straw.
Stylish marriage, 'cause I can't afford a carriage. But you look sweet on the seat of a bicycle made for two. Stylish marriage, 'cause I can't afford a carriage. But you look sweet on the seat of a bicycle made for two. You look sweet, talk about a treat. You look down from your nose to your feet, dressed in style, brand new tie with your father's old green tie on. But I wouldn't give it on for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. I said any old on, any old on, any old iron. You look neat, talk about a treat. You look down from your nose to your feet, dressed in style, brand new tie with your father's old green tie on. But I wouldn't give it on for your old watch chain, old iron, old iron. Beside the seaside, oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do like to stroll along the prom, 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 where the brass bands play tiddly-om, pom, pom. Just let me be beside the seaside, oh, I'll be beside myself with glee. There are lots of girls beside, I would like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea. All together again. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do like to stroll along the prom, 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 where the brass bands play tiddly-om, pom, pom. Just let me be beside the seaside. Oh, I'll be beside myself with glee. There are lots of girls beside, I would like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea.
Now you better all join in the chorus, I'm lighting things up. Sweet 16, she goes to church just to see the boys. Laughs and screams and giggles with every little noise. Turns her face a little, then turns her head a while. But we know she's only putting on the style.
Putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young ones are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young ones putting on the style.
Young man in his hot rod car, driving like he's mad. With a pair of yellow gloves he borrowed from his dad. He makes it all so lively just to see his girlfriend smile. But she knows he's only putting on the style. 2, 3, 4.
Putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young folks putting on the style.
Preacher in the pulpit rolls the golden pipe, sings glory hallelujah, puts folks all in a fright. Now you might think it's Satan that's coming down the aisle, but it's only apple preacher boys putting on his style.
She's putting on the agony, putting on the style. That's what all the young folks are doing all the while. And as I look around me, I sometimes have to smile, seeing all the young folks putting on the style.
You'll have to get
What is it?
See me out.
It's Wednesday.
Where did you get that hat? Where did you get that style? Isn't it a lovely one and just the proper style? I should like to have one just the same as that. Wherever I go they say, hello, where did you get that hat? Where did you get that tile? Isn't it a lovely one and just the proper style? I should like to have one just the same as that. Wherever I go they shout, hello, where did you get that hat?
And now it gives me very great pleasure, and I see she's got her singing on already, to introduce Jean, who's going to do a monologue for us that she wrote herself.
It's an active monologue, and then everybody will see it. There's not much room.
Come and stand up.
Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps you can sing right after this.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Don't worry, we'll hear you.
you will all right. Yeah, I've got a terrible cold.
Oh, poor you.
It's a microphone. It's a microphone.
Oh, I don't think so. I'll manage without. Right. Now, this is a humorous monologue which I have written, and it's called The Demise of a Cockney Charwoman. You'll see what it's all about in a moment. Oh God, where am I? I don't know where I am. I mean, one moment I was on my hands and knees washing the kitchen floor, and now, well, I don't know where I am and I don't like it. Well, it must be somewhere quite posh because look at them golden gates. I say. Really posh. Oh yes, and over there I can see a brass bell. I think I'll go and give it a pull. It's not very clean, is it? If I've got my brasso with it, I'll give it a bit of a chauffeur up. Oh look, it an old gentleman with a long grey beard. And he's wearing a dress. Well, of course, it takes all sorts these days, don't it? Here, mate, can you tell me where I am? Because I don't know. You're who? You're St. Peter? And these are the gates of heaven? Oh, my God. Oh, pardon your angelfulness. I didn't mean to say that. It just sort of popped out. Yeah. You mean I've popped me clogs? Oh, God. Well, I mean, what's Alf going to do when he comes home from the Rose and Crown and finds me down there on the floor? Oh, it's going to be an awful shock for him. Oh, well. Well, now I'm here, what happens next? I mean, do I go through them golden gates, or do I go to that place down below? Well, I do hope not, because I don't like the heat. I mean, the heat's awfully bad for my legs. Oh, it depends. I've got to answer for some questions. I don't think I like the sound of this. No. What sort of questions? Well, have I ever hurt anybody or murdered anybody? Here, who do you think I am? I'm only a charwoman with 5 kids. I don't go around doing things like that. Oh, the answer's no. Right, what else? Have I ever been jealous of anybody? Well, I have been jealous of my sister, Rose. There, she had a lovely red dress and it had all sequins on it. But it didn't look nice on her. I mean, she was much too fat for it, and it was the wrong colour. So I suppose the answer's yes to that. Have I ever stolen anything? Here, who you calling a tea leaf? I ain't never tea leaf nothing. Well, unless you sort of can say a few sweeties off Woolworth's shelf when I was a kiddie. Well, I mean, they all do that, don't they? I don't. Well, and have I ever coveted my neighbour's husband? What's coveted mean? Fancied him? Oh. Have you ever seen Fred Wilkes? If you had, you'd know the answer to that. No, of course I haven't. I don't think anybody else has either. I don't think his wife did much either. No. So, now what's going to happen now? I mean, it's a bit difficult. Are you going to let me through them gates or not? Oh, you are. Oh, that's good, isn't it? But tell me, will I see any of my friends and relations down there, or through there, I should say? I will. Oh, good. I should like, you see, to see little Margaret again. She was my youngest. I didn't have her very long, and I would like to see how she grew up. But there you are. Well, right. Okay, it's all clear for me to go through, is it? Right. Okay then. Oh well, folks, I'll say goodbye now. Perhaps if you're really good, I may see some of you up here or through there. Bye.
Now, the next song should have been really sung by Tanya, but unfortunately, Tanya, who we all know and love, got the dates mixed up, which again, we're not too surprised at, and then couldn't get a babysitter at the last minute tonight. So, her and me and her are stepping into the breach here with a big luck. Right. Yeah, I thought about the veil and I decided against it, really, dear.
That's called improvisation.
Okay, Chief. Yeah, we're
twice and twice.
There was I, waiting at the church, waiting at the church, waiting at the church, when I found he left me in the lurch. Lord, how it did upset me. All at once, he sent me round the notes. Here's the very note, and this is what he wrote. Can't get away to marry you today, 'cause my wife won't let me. You as well. There was I, waiting at the church, waiting at the church, waiting at the church, when I found he left me in the lurch. Oh Lord, how it did upset me. All at once, he sent me round the note. Here's the very note, this is what he wrote. Can't get away to marry you today, 'cause my wife won't let me.
I'll do. Oh, what's next? Oh, no. Now, Daniel was going to sing, what was Daniel? But Daniel's got a bit of sadness in his life at the moment, and he couldn't be here tonight. So I think we'll go straight to Paul. Paul, you are going to sing. Can't remember, can you? You're going to sing. Come on, stand up the front.
Oh,
Come on, you can do this. Come on, we have the drama out there, not here. Don't mess with me, kid. Okay, stand and face your audience and just wait for Nigel to start. Okay, good lad. Perhaps we could hear Paul sing that on his own.
Yes.
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 Could you have a lovely voice? Thank you. Yeah.
Nice girls love a sailor. All the nice girls love a tar. For there's something about a sailor. But there's something about a sailor. When you know what sailors are. Bright and breezy, free and easy. He's the lady's pride and joy. Falls in love with Kate and Jane, then he's off to sea again. Ship ahoy, ship ahoy.
Thank you, Paul. That was lovely. And now, hang on, looking at the programme quickly. Tony and Dominic are going to do a sketch, which I believe Tony wrote. Tanya should have been playing a starring role in this. He got me then, I'm afraid. This is sort of a sight unseen, so forgive me. Okay, Tony, on your feet. Yeah. Dominic, like that.
New customers versions of my
Come with you.
And I'll just come and introduce you. And yet again, another curtain falls on the salacious, stupendous, outrageously pretentious, and fantabulous talk of the season, must-see play, The Importance of Mad Dogs and Chinamen. An outstanding success, which has taken the West End by storm and is written by our very own national treasure. Who else but Sir Oscar Noel Webber Wilde-Fry? Ah, the theatre still echoes to the sounds of the rapturous applause, and no less than four standing ovations this evening for the cast, its music, its creator, and its lead actor. Sir Oscar can now be found in his dressing room, preparing for a night of decadence and elegance somewhere here in his beloved London. But who is this man, this artist? Is he a writer, playwright, a novelist, perhaps a dancer, or even an entertainer sent from the heavens to excite us and fill our lives with happiness and wit and interest and gaiety of the highest order? Yes, he is all of these, and even more, as this unsuspecting young reporter is about to find out.
Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midnight. Oh gosh, you were gorgeous tonight, darling. You were absolutely fabulous. Oh, good Lord, heavens above. Now, who can that be? Oh! Now, who can that be at my door? Is that an angel come to take me to the heavens and beyond? Or one of my many, 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 many admirers want to share a piece of my magnificence?
No, sir. It's Walter Pringle, the journalist from the London Evening Standard. Do you remember, sir? You promised me an interview for a few minutes just after the performance.
Oh, very well, if I really must. Come on in, young man. Yes, I actually do remember you. You know, I have a memory like an elephant. In fact, elephants have been known to consult me.
Thank you very much, sir. I know that you're a very busy man.
Indeed I am, young man, indeed I am. Everybody wants a little piece of me. You know, they worship me. It's absolutely nauseating. Oh, do you know, I'm so clever that sometimes I don't even understand a word I say.
I just have a few questions, sir, and then I'll be off.
Now listen here, young man. Now you take my advice. One simply cannot go through life with a name like Walter Pringle. I suppose your mother gave you it, did she?
Well, yes, sir. I had no choice in the matter.
Then change it immediately, dear boy. Let me see. Something that leaves an impact, especially on the printed page, which is your realm. Let me see. Something like, I don't know, Clark de Vere, or Augustus Davenport III.
Crikey, never thought of that, sir. Would cause a stir in the editor's den.
Oh, my dear, how very young you seem. There is only one thing worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. You know, my dear, what you need to do is you learn to love yourself, dear naive reporter. It will be the beginning of a lifetime's romance.
Thank you, Mr. Webber Wildfly. May I ask a few questions about your recent trip to America?
Oh, how tedious, for heaven's sake. You may, of course, because I have to get them out of the way. But please be gentle with me. America is the only country I know that went from barbarism to decadence without civilization in between.
But I gather you were very successful in the USA, especially Detroit and Oklahoma.
Anyone can be good in the countryside, dear. There's nothing to do there.
But the governor of the state of California remarked in the Los Angeles Tribune that your tour was like having the British aristocracy over for tea.
Oh, the governor, yes. Now there was a man, bless him. He's an excellent man, you know. He has no enemies and none of his friends like him. A perfect state of being, I'd say. Only never trust a man with short legs. His brain is far too near his bottom.
My paper had some excellent photos of you in the Grand Canyon. Did you enjoy trekking along the Colorado River?
Ah, now. You see, that was worth a trip across the pond. I'm afraid that between you and me, I've learned that I can resist everything but temptation. Oh, those cowboys, they certainly took me in hand. You know, the American young are always ready and eager to give those that are a little bit older than them the full benefit of their experience. But how was I to ignore it? I'm just a simple man with simple tastes. I simply prefer the best.
After your success in the States, do you plan to travel there again?
Well, I suspect I will probably have to, you know. Sunburn in the Sunshine States is very becoming, but only when it is even. One must be careful not to look like a mixed grill.
And did you enjoy the opera in New York?
Oh, my dear boy. You know, people often say opera is not what it used to be. But you see, it is indeed what it used to be. And that, dear boy, is the problem with it.
You were quoted as saying that it was an entertaining experience.
Yes, but experience is simply the name we give to our mistakes, my dear.
I'll be diplomatic when I refer to America in the article.
Oh, I see we are getting eye to eye now, young clerk or Augustus or whatever it is that we've decided to call you. It's the duty of the critic, you know, to educate the public. It's the duty of the artist to educate the critic. I can see we'll get along well, young man.
May I ask if you have any marriage plans for the foreseeable future?
Marriage? Good Lord. I've sometimes thought about marrying, and then I've thought again. Oh, how marriage ruins a man. It is as demoralising as cigarettes, only more expensive.
But you have been seen in the most fashionable of places with various women on your arm. Is there a special lady?
Oh, how naive you are, young man. You know, the one charm about marriage is that it makes a lifetime of deception absolutely necessary for both parties. I've learnt a great deal about women.
Can I quote what you've learnt?
Better you don't, my dear boy. Bigamy is having one wife too many. Monogamy is much the same, really. Besides, man's space is his autobiography. A woman's is merely a work of fiction.
There will be many female readers out there who will be disappointed.
The women I know will never be happy with a man who insists on treating her as a perfectly normal human being. But dear boy, please do be gentle when you quote me. A poet can survive everything but a misprint. Besides, I have an adoring public, and I've learned that it is better to have a permanent income rather than be fascinating.
Thank you, sir. I shall write that I found you a most charming and elegant man.
My dear boy, I'm an extremely talented man, and there's no denying that I'm not. Do you know, when I was your age, I thought that money was the most important thing in the world. And now that I'm older, I know it is.
Are you off out now to dine with friends?
Oh, now the man who could dominate a London dinner table can dominate the world. Of course, the world is a play, but the play is so badly cast. Some of us want to be remembered for causing happiness wherever they go. Others simply cause happiness whenever they go. There you see? There you see laughter. It's not a bad beginning for a friendship, you know. And it is by far the best ending for one. Why not join me for a meal and drink this evening? I'm not a heavy drinker. I can sometimes go for hours without touching a drop.
Oh, you mean you want to spend your precious time with me? Surely you've got better company to keep.
Oh, how young you seem, my dear, dear boy. Never ever lower your personal standards. We are all in the cutting, you know, but some of us are looking at the stars.
Oh, I'm just a junior reporter.
Declare nothing but your genius, young man. Come, we have a rendezvous in the best part of town.
The Ritz, Belgravia, Pall Mall.
No, 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 much better than that, young man. Why, it's Lambeth, of course. Nigel.
Anytime you're Lambeth way, any evening, any day, you'll find us all doing the Lambeth walk. Hey! Every little Lambeth girl with a little Lambeth pal, you'll find them all doing the Lambeth walk. Hey! Everything's free and easy. Do as you done, well pleasing. Why don't you make your way there? Go there, stay there. Once you get down Lambeth Way, every evening, every day, you'll find yourself doing the Lambeth walk. Oi!
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you again, Nigel. Thank you, Nate. We've got a short interval now. I guess probably about 20 minutes, so if you want to replenish the drinks or whatever, and then we'll get into the second half of the evening. Okay, thank you. Alvin.
Right, it's the lady of Laguna. Ready? She's my lady love. She is my dove, my baby love. She's no girl, I'm sitting down a dream. She's the only queen Laguna knows. I know she likes me. I know she likes me because she says so. She is the lady of Laguna. She is my lady and my rose. She's my lady love. She is my love, my baby love. She's no girl for 16 as a dream. She's the only queen Laguna knows. I know she likes me. I know she likes me because she says so. She is my lady of Laguna. She is my lady and my rose. That's wonderful. Thank you very much.
The clapometer went up a bit.
Please go ahead.
Okay, and now, ladies and gentlemen, Frank will entertain you with some very nice revelry.
Harold and his all.
Harold and his all.
Harold and his all. Now, the Battle of Hastings. I'll tell of the Battle of Hastings as happened in days long gone by when Duke William became King of England and Harold got shot in the eye.
Oh.
'Twere this way. One day in October, the Duke, who were always a top, having no battles on at the moment, had given all his lads to day off. They'd all took some boats to go fishing, when some chap in Conqueror's ear says, let's go and put to breeze up to Saxons. Said, well, bugger me, that's a good idea. Then turning around to his soldiers, he lifted his great Norman voice and said, hands up who's going to England? What was swank, because they didn't have no choice. So they set sail about tea time, and at sea was so calm and so still, at 9:45 the next morning, they arrived at a place called Bexhill. When Harold had saw that they'd landed, he came up with venom and saying, if there's comfort regatta, that has come just a fortnight too late. But William arose cool and haughty and said, "Give us none of your cheek. You'd best have your throne reupholstered. I'll be needing to use it next week." When Harold heard this here defiance, with rage he turned purple and blue, and shouted some rude words in Saxon, to which William answered, "And you." It were a beautiful day for a battle. The Normans set off with a will, and when they'd all duly assembled, they tossed for the top of the hill. King Harold, he won the advantage, and to Hilltop he took up his stand, with his knaves and his cads all around him, on his horse, with his hawk in his hand. Now the Normans had nought in their favour. Their chance for a victory were small, for to slope and to field were agin 'em, and took wind in their faces and all. The kick-off was sharp at 2:30. As soon as the whistle had went, both sides started bashing each other, till the swineherds could hear 'em in Kent. The Saxons had best line of forwards, well armed with buckler and sword, but the Normans had best combination, so when half-time come, neither had scored. Then Duke called his cohorts together and said, "Let us pretend that we're beat, and when we get Saxons on level, we can cut off their means of retreat." So they ran, and the Saxons ran after, just exactly as William had planned, leaving Harold alone on the hilltop, on his horse, with his hawk in his hand. When William had saw what had happened, his bow and an arrow he drew, and he went straight up to Harold and shot him. He were offside, but what could they do? Then Normans turned round with a fury, and gave back both parry and thrust, till battle were all over bar shouting, and you couldn't see Saxons for dust. And after the battle were over, there, sitting so stately and grand, was Harold, with an eye full of arrow, on his horse, with his hawk in his hand.
Watch out, all the neighbors cry. You're going to meet Bill, happy on the street, Bill. Laugh, I thought I should have died, not to leave the old Kent Road. Watch out, all the neighbors cry. You're going to meet Bill, happy on the street, Bill. Laugh, I thought I should have died, not to leave the old Kent Road.
Here, you know what? We had to move away, because the rent we couldn't pay. The moving van came round just after dark. There was me and my old man shoving things inside the van, which we've had to do before, let me remark. So we packed all we could pack inside the van, and that's a fact. Till we got inside all we could get inside. Then we packed all we could pack on the tailboard in the back, till there wasn't any room for me to ride. So, my old man said, "Follow the van, and don't dilly-dally on the way." Off went the car with me old bags in it. I followed along with me old cock in it. Not a dilly, not dally, dally and a dilly. Lost the bag, I don't know where to roam. You can't trust the specials like the old time coppers, but you can't find your way
all the night. And that ain't going to do me any good. Now, I don't make no complaint, but I'm coming over faint. What I need a good substantial feed, and I sort of kind of feel if I don't get a meal, I'm going to have to rob the linnet of his seed. So,
My old man said follow the bank, run dilly-dally on the way. Off went the cart with me old packed in it, I followed on with me old cock lily. Oh, dilly-dally, no dally, no dilly, I lost my head, don't know where to go. Oh, you can't trust the specials like the old time coppers when you can't find your way home.
I don't know what's next. I
Coconuts.
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 Oh, nice.
Oh, ta-da, bunch of coconuts. There they are, standing in a row. Big ones, small ones, some as big as your head. Give them a twist, a flick of the wrist, that's fun for show and set. Oh, I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Every morning's done will make me rich. There stands the wife, the idol of my life, singing roller, 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 penny a pinch. Singing roller, 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 penny a pinch. Singing roller, 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 penny a pinch. Singing roller, roller, roll, roller, roller, roll, singing roller, 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 penny a pinch.
And Jan, oh sorry, Jan will now give us two little maids.
Everybody's ready.
I'm a bit hot.
Oh, that was quick. It's getting quicker as the evening's going on. Once there lived side by side two little mates. Used to dress just alike, hair down in braids, blue gingham pinafores, stockings of red. Little somebody's tied on his pretty head. When school was over, secrets they tell, whispering arm in arm down by the well. But one day a quarrel came, hot tears were shed. You can play in our yard, but the others said, join in the chorus. I don't want to play in your yard. I don't like you anymore. You'll be sorry when you see me sliding down at the door. You can't hold it down a rain barrel. You can't climb my apple tree. Oh, I don't want to play in your yard. If you want me good to me. Next day, two little maids with each other miss. Quarrels they're soon made up, sealed with a kiss. Then hand in hand they go, here they go. Friends all through life to be, how they love each other so. Soon school days pass away, quarrels and bliss. Then love remembers yet, quarrels and kiss. In sweet dreams of childhood, we hear the cry, well, you can't play in my yard. And the old reply, I don't want to play in
You can do that again.
Don't start him off.
Let's all go down the strand. Let's all go down the strand. I'll be leader, you can march behind. Come with me and see what you can find. Let's all go down the strand. Have a banana. Oh, what a happy land. That's the face of fun and noise, all among the girls and boys. So let's all go down the strand. Let's not go down the strand.
Encore. We'll give the boys a rest. Because we can all now relax into a rural idyll with Ro and Sally.
Liza,
Yes, dear? Yes, dear?
there is an hole in my bucket, dear Liza. There's an hole in my bucket, dear Liza, an hole.
Oh. Oh. Then, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, mend it. Dear Henry, mend it.
With what shall I mend it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I mend it, dear Liza? With what?
Oh, with a straw, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with a straw, dear Henry. Yes, dear Henry, with a straw.
The straw is too long, dear Liza, dear Liza. The straw is too long, dear Liza, too long.
Then cut it, dear Henry. Dear Henry, then. Cut it, dear Henry, dear Henry. Cut it.
With what shall I cut it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I cut it, dear Liza? With what?
With a knife, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with a knife, dear Henry, dear Henry, with a knife.
The knife is too blunt, dear Liza, dear Liza. The knife is too blunt, dear Liza. Too blunt.
Then sharpen it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, then sharpen it. Dear Henry, sharpen it.
With what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza, dear Liza? With what shall I sharpen it, dear Liza? With what?
With a stone, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, with a stone, dear Henry, dear Henry, with a stone.
Oh, stone.
The stone is too dry, dear Liza, dear Liza. The stone is too dry, dear Liza. Too dry.
Then wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. Then wet it, dear Henry, dear Henry. Wet it.
With what? What shall I wet it, dear Liza, dear Liza? What shall I wet it, dear Liza? With what?
With water, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry. With water, dear Henry, with water.
In what shall I carry it, dear Liza, dear Liza? In what shall I carry it, dear Liza? In what?
In a bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, dear Henry, in a bucket, dear Henry, dear Henry, in a bucket.
There's a hole.
There's an hole in my bucket.
Oh! Sorry?
Do you want me to introduce it?
Yes, I think it is all of us. Yes, everybody.
You'll be pleased to know there's no more solos. But everybody can now join in our finale, some reprises and some we haven't done before. And we start off going somewhere we don't want to go, and I'm not surprised, to Birmingham.
Oh, Mr. Porter, what shall I do? I want to go to Birmingham, they take me on to crew. Take me back to London as quickly as you can. Oh, Mr. Porter, what a silly girl I am.
We're just going to
Roll like a barrel, we'll have a barrel of fun. Roll out the barrel, we got the blues on the run. Sing boom ta-ra-ra, bring out the song of the cheer. For now's the time to roll the barrel, for the gang's all here.
I think I should point out at this point that we actually said there won't be any more reprises, but we didn't say there wouldn't be any reprisals.
Now you
Come and make eyes at me down at the old bull and bush. La 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 la. Come, drink some port wine with me down at the old bull and bush. Here, little German band, la 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 la. Just let me hold your hand, dear. Come, come and have a drink or two down at the old bull and bush, bush, bush.
Can we do that one once more?
If we can all wait 1 minute, because Paul really enjoyed that. Do you want to come out with us?
Come and join us, Paul.
Come on.
No false modesty.
Come, come, come and make eyes at me down at the old bull and bush. La 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 la. Come, come, drink some more wine with me down at the old bull and bush. Here, little German man, la 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 la. Just let me hold your hand, dear. Come, dear, come and drink or two down at the old bull and bush, bush, bush.
Hey, well done, Paul.
Well done. And now, this really was by special request. And really, nothing that takes place in our county ought to finish without this. I don't know how many of you know it, so you'll probably go through this twice, but I think a lot of you probably will. Okay, Alvin, here we go.
Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we are the men of Sussex. Now is the time for marching. Now let your hearts be gay. Hearts to the merry bugles sounding along our way. So let your voices ring, my boys. Take
You did really well, much better than I expected. Let's do it again.
It's borderline at this stage whether we need shooting. Let's make sure of it. This DVD will be available for everybody you hate at Christmas shortly.
Somebody goes,